Hello, Assalamu alaikum students. My name is Dr. Gohar Hamid. Welcome to my channel. Today we are starting a new chapter which is called Coordination and Control in Animals from second year biology. So let's start today's topic. In higher animals, coordination of the body with its environment is achieved by two main coordination systems, which are nervous coordination and hormonal coordination. So, the coordination of the organism with its environment is through a coordination system which is of two types. One is called the nervous coordination and the second is called the hormonal coordination. These two coordination systems are working in our body so that our body is in the homeostasis state. Moving forward, first let's talk about nervous coordination. The nervous coordination is brought about by means of nervous system. So basically, we know that when cells combine together, they form tissues. When tissues combine together, they form organ. And when different organs work together, they form an organ system. The examples of the organ systems are gastrointestinal system, urinary system, reproductive system, and nervous system, etc., etc. So today we will focus on the nervous system, the one very important system which is present in our body. The communication takes place by means of electrochemical signals called nerve impulse. We will talk about nerve impulse in upcoming slides. So let's move forward first. So, nervous system. The nervous system consists of two types of tissues. One is called the neurons and the second is called neuroglia or the glial cells. So, we can say that the basic structural and the functional unit of the nervous system is neuron. A neuron is a basic structural and functional unit of the nervous system. Apart from neurons, other types of cells are also present in the nervous system called glial cells or neuroglia. These are the supportive cells present along with the neurons in the nervous system. So here is the diagram of a neuron. This red color is neuron and this blue color is a neuroglia or a glial cell, which is a supporting cell. Neuron is a basic structural and functional unit, while neuroglia is a supporting cell. Okay, let's move forward. Neurons receive information about any change in the external or internal environment of the body through sensory cells or organs called receptors. Basically, our body has a lot of receptors present on the surface of our body. So, on the fingertips, on the palm, on the forearm, on the arms, multiple receptors are present on the surface of our body. So these receptors, when any change occurs in the environment, that change is detected by the receptors. Receptors are acting as a detective. They receive any change in the environment and then they provide that information to the neuron. These are the neuron. Okay. So basically, and that neuron take that information to the central nervous system or the peripheral nervous system. From there, central integration of the change occurs in the nervous system, and from there, an effector neuron originate that carries information to the effectors. So let's read it again. The neurons receive informations about any change in the external and internal environment of the body through sensory cells or organs called receptors and report that information to the control center of the nervous system. After analysis and integration with other stimuli, analysis is occurring in the nervous system. After analysis and integration of that stimuli, the control system sends command for an appropriate response. So appropriate response to the effector organs. Effector organs are muscles and glands. There are two effectors organs. The main two effector organs in our body are muscles and glands. Okay, uh, which which helps in the correction of the change in the environment. Okay, जैसे कि for an example अगर यहाँ पर स्टोव हो और कोई गर्म हीट आपके पाम पे लग रही है, that is the stimuli, that is the change in the environment. Okay, we can say a stimuli. For an example यहाँ पे दिया हुआ एक sharp nail है, for example कोई कील है, that is pinching you on your palm. So that is the stimuli, that is the change in the environment. And that change is detected by an organ or a collection of cells called receptors. यहाँ receptors present होंगे palm में जो कि उस change को detect करेंगे, वो feel करेंगे कि there is some change, and that change is then carried by the sensory neuron. वो sensory neuron लेकर जाएंगे उस change को to the integration center called the control center, also called the nervous system. And that nervous system tries to correct that change, and they send command to another neuron called motor neuron, and from motor neuron then send commands to the effector organs, which can be muscle or glands. यहाँ पर command जाएगा motor neuron के through muscles के पास, and then muscles contract करेंगे और वो अपने आप को palm को sharp nail जो होगा उससे दूर करेंगे. Okay, so this is all about this. We can say this is a reflex action. Okay, let's move forward. Information from the receptors to the control center are taken by the efferent nerve pathway. So here, the information which is going from the receptors to the nervous system through this sensory neuron, and this pathway, this route is called efferent pathway. And another information which is going from the control center towards the effector organ through the motor neuron, and that pathway, that route is called efferent pathway. So there are two pathways, efferent pathway and the efferent pathway. So this is the efferent pathway and this is the efferent pathway. Okay. Now let's talk about a neuron. What is a neuron? A neuron is a special kind of animal cell which can generate and conduct electrical current. Every cell in our body has different function. Every special cell, like nephron, has a different function. In the same way, a neuron has a very different function from the nephron. Nephron was clearing the blood and was producing urine. In the same way, nephron can generate and conduct electric current. A typical neuron has three parts. One is called a soma. This is a soma. This blue ball. This is a soma, or the body of the neuron. And these threads-like structures. These are called dendrites. And this long process, this blue long process, is called axon. So a neuron has three parts: a soma, a dendrite, and an axon. And these are the myelin sheath. Okay. Neurons are the basic structural and functional unit of nervous system. The function of a neuron: they receive stimuli like the sensory neuron. They integrate various stimuli. They integrate stimuli within the central nervous system, and then they send appropriate signals from the central nervous system to the effector organs like the motor neuron. So there are three functions: they receive stimuli, they integrate stimuli, and they send signals from the central nervous system to the effector organs. Types of neuron. Functionally, neurons are differentiated into three types: a sensory neuron, a motor neuron, and an interneuron. Okay, sensory neuron takes the information from the receptors and give that information to the central nervous system. Motor neuron receives information from the central nervous system and gives that information to the effector organs, which are muscles and glands. And interneurons are present in the nervous system, basically in the central nervous system, and they help in the integration. Okay. Anatomically, neurons are differentiated. That was the So this was the functional classification of neurons. Functionally, neurons are divided into sensory, motor, and interneurons, but anatomically, on the basis of their structure, on the basis of their morphology, on the basis of their appearance, the neurons are differentiated into unipolar neuron, bipolar neuron, multipolar neuron, and pseudo-unipolar neuron. So this is the soma or body of the neuron, and this is the process which is originating from it. So this is unipolar, only single pole. Unipolar neuron, bipolar. This is the body, and from two sides, from this side and from this side, from two poles, processes are originating. This is called bipolar neuron. The third is multipolar neuron. So you can see multiple processes. Multiple processes are originating from the soma or the body. Is multipolar neuron, and this is the pseudo-unipolar neuron. From one pole, two processes are originating. This is pseudo-unipolar, not unipolar, not unipolar. This is pseudo-unipolar. Okay. So here is another diagram. This is the bipolar neuron. This is the pseudo-unipolar neuron or the pseudo-unipolar neuron, and this is the multipolar neuron. Basically, our motor neuron is a multipolar neuron. So जो मोटर न्यूरॉन होता है उसका स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होता है? मल्टीपोलर न्यूरॉन होता है. जो हमारे पास सेंसरी न्यूरॉन होते हैं वो यूनिपोलर शेप के होते हैं, और जो इंटर न्यूरॉन होते हैं वो बाइपोलर शेप के होते हैं. ये जो तीन न्यूरॉन्स है, सेंसरी न्यूरॉन ज्यादातर यूनिपोलर होते हैं, मोटर न्यूरॉन्स जो होते हैं वो मल्टीपोलर होते हैं, और इंटर न्यूरॉन जो होते हैं वो होते हैं हमारे पास बाइपोलर. Now let's talk about a myelin sheath. What is a myelin sheath? Myelin is an insulating layer or sheath forms around the nerves in the brain and the spinal cord. This is a sheath. Myelin is a covering that forms around the nerves. Nerves के ऊपर एक covering चढ़ी हुई होती है जिसको हम myelin sheath बोलते हैं. जो nerves, जो neurons होंगे, जो न्यूरॉन्स होते हैं सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम के अंदर, उन न्यूरॉन्स के ऊपर भी एक कवरिंग चढ़ी हुई होती है माइलिन शीथ की, और जो न्यूरॉन्स होते हैं पेरिफेरल नर्वस सिस्टम के अंदर या उनके अंदर भी जो है माइलिन शीथ होती है. माइलिन शीथ रैप करा हुआ होता है, न्यूरॉन्स को रैप किया हुआ होता है माइलिन शीथ में. What is the composition of myelin sheath? It is made up of fatty substance and protein. Myelin sheath allows electrical impulses to travel very quickly and efficiently along the nerve fibers. Schwann cells form the myelin sheath of the peripheral nerves. Oligodendrocytes form the myelin sheath of the nerves of the central nervous system. So, here is one neuron and here is a second neuron. So, you can see here the body of the neuron. This is soma, and these are dendrites, and this is a long process called axon, and that axon is covered by a sheath. This red sheath is called myelin sheath. Okay, here is another neuron, and that neuron has a soma, has a dendrite, has a long process called axon, but no myelin sheath. No red myelin sheath is present here. So myelin sheath and neurons, those neurons which are present in the central nervous system. Central nervous system includes brain and spinal cord. We will talk about central nervous system in the upcoming lectures, but for now, what is central nervous system? Central nervous system includes brain and spinal cord, and the neurons that are present in brain and spinal cord. वो न्यूरॉन जो कि ब्रेन के अंदर प्रेजेंट हो और स्पाइनल कॉर्ड के अंदर प्रेजेंट होंगे, उनकी माइलिन शीथ कौन बनाएगा? कौन से सेल्स उनकी माइलिन शीथ बनाते हैं? तो वो शॉन सेल्स होते हैं, उनकी माइलिन शीथ बनाते हैं. ओके, सॉरी, ओलिगोडेंड्रोसाइट्स होते हैं जो कि उनकी माइलिन शीथ बनाते हैं, जो कि सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम में न्यूरॉन्स होते हैं. वो न्यूरॉन्स जो कि पेरिफेरल नर्वस सिस्टम में होते हैं, उन न्यूरॉन्स की माइलिन शीथ कौन से सेल्स बनाते हैं? शॉन सेल्स बनाते हैं. ओके, वेरी इजी. सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम, our brain is present in the center, तो ओलिगोडेंड्रोसाइट्स बना रहे हैं, और शॉन सेल्स बना रहे हैं माइलिन शीथ उन न्यूरॉन्स की जो कि पेरिफेरल नर्वस सिस्टम में हो. So here is the diagram, here is the video, basically a short video in which they are showing one neuron without myelin sheath and another neuron with myelin sheath. Here, this is the myelin sheath. Okay, so you can see here the nerve impulse is traveling very slow in unmyelinated neuron, while the nerve impulse is traveling very fast in the myelinated neuron. So basically, So basically, this myelin sheath is helping the neuron in the quick transmission of nerve impulse. So वो न्यूरॉन्स जिनके पास माइलिन शीथ होती है, उनका इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स जो है वो बहुत तेजी से ट्रैवल करता है, उनमें जो इन्फॉर्मेशन होती है वो बहुत तेजी से फ्लो करती है. वाइल वो न्यूरॉन्स जिनके पास माइलिन शीथ नहीं होती, अनमाइलिनेटेड न्यूरॉन, उनके जो इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्सेस होते हैं वो बहुत स्लोली ट्रैवल करते हैं, वो बहुत स्लो ट्रैवल कर रहे होते हैं इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्सेस. तो यहाँ देखें कितना तेज ट्रैवल कर रहा है इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स, और यहाँ कितना स्लो ट्रैवल कर रहा है इन अनमाइलिनेटेड न्यूरॉन. ओके, so let's talk about neuroglia. These are the supporting cells present in the nervous system along with the neurons. Neurons अलग cells हैं, neuroglia बिल्कुल अलग cells हैं, so don't confuse between these two. Neuroglia are the supporting cells present along with the neurons. These are important functions performed by the glial cells. Some glial cells separate one neuron from another neuron. Some glial cells form blood-brain barrier. Some glial cells form myelin sheath. For example, Schwann cells in the peripheral nervous system and oligodendrocytes in the central nervous system. Some glial cells are involved in the trophic functions and some glial cells are involved in phagocytosis. Okay. So here are the names of glial cells. One ependymal cells, oligodendrocytes, stellate cells, astrocytes, microglia, Schwann cells. These all are the neuroglial cells or the supporting cells. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section.